Court TV Live, weeknights at 8, 7 Central, only on Court TV.
Now, we talked to a defense attorney who's there in Minnesota. He practices in the St. Paul area, so not too far from where this case is going to be held in Hennepin County. His name is Sam Edmunds. He was a former prosecutor, and he has cases himself that are in limbo due to this new order. Take a listen.
The Judicial Council issued another order, more or less, continuing that status through March 15th. So once again, through March 15th, where most court is going to be happening remotely. They expanded it a little bit, though, so that from now until March 15th, jury trials in Minnesota can proceed if it's a speedy trial demand, in custody, and serious crime.
Attorney General's office on the other side of the aisle, they filed a 58-page brief supporting their request to the appellate court to move this trial to the summer and also to join the cases back together. We talked to Attorney Edmunds about some of the arguments that the state is making, trying to get the appellate court on their side.
The Supreme Court can do this sometimes. They're in charge. There's no higher court really to review the decisions of the Minnesota Supreme Court on issues of state law. So that's where the buck stops. And if they decide that they want to exercise their inherent authority to take a prosecution appeal, the Supreme Court can do that. The interesting point here, though, is that this case is not at the Supreme Court. This is at the Court of Appeals. And so this would be quite an interesting question of, does the Court of Appeals have that same sort of inherent authority to review a prosecution appeal that doesn't meet the critical impact test? So that's what the prosecutor is trying to say. Hey, Court of Appeals, you should act like the Supreme Court and just cite your inherent authority and take our appeal.
Attorney Edmunds told me that he believes that the appellate court will, in this case, take up the issue just because of the significant nature of the George Floyd case and all of the eyes that are on it, that they will look it over and then put out an opinion on it. Still a question of when that might happen.
I know when he does speak or sign an order about it, Julie Janae will have it for us, folks. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Benny.
Weeknights on Court TV.